Guys can hear me. When you get in the room, type a yes if you can hear me. When you get into the room, type a yes if you're able to hear me. What's up, everybody? So good to see you. I love being live, y'all. I love being live. If you can hear me, type yes, please. I love being live, y'all. I love it. So I have YouTube live on the right, and I have Facebook live on the left. So let's see how much engagement we can get. Let's see how much of the algorithm we can just scoop up, okay? I'm gonna be giving y'all some kudos and some shout outs. So make sure you put your name. I'm at Starbucks, so it's kind of loud in the back. You know how I do. They know my name up in here. So today's topic is the dark side of entrepreneurship, okay? This is literally called Being an Entrepreneur Sucks. Being an entrepreneur sucks, okay? This is the dark side, and I want to share this with you because I've been an entrepreneur since I was 12 years old. I used to braid hair during the summer so that I could get money to go buy Skittles and ice cream, and I could go take myself to the movies because my mom wasn't trying to pay for that. She was like, ain't nobody got time for that. So I learned very early that if there were things that I wanted to enjoy in my life, that I needed to figure out a way to go pay for those things. And I needed to use my hands and my feet and my brain to figure out how to generate income to actually go buy those things. There was nobody else that was coming to save me. There was nobody else that was going to do it for me. It was on me. I learned that very early at 12 years old. And then at 15 years old, I went to work at KFC. 16 years old, I went to work at Kmart. 18 years old, I went back to work at Kmart after college. And I was like, well, while I was in college. And I was like, I don't want to work for nobody. This is for the birds. But ended up graduating college. Couldn't really find a job right away. Ended up getting pregnant. Decided we were going to get married. And then all the shenanigans started. Right? All the shenanigans started. Okay, so here we go. We got YouTube has 2 people viewing and Facebook has 1. So YouTube is winning. Oh, YouTube has 16 people. Facebook has 1. Okay, let's come on with the algorithm, y'all. Come on with the algorithm. Let's go. Let's lift it up. Thank you for the hearts. Hey. See, that's what's up. I love my YouTube people. Y'all got hearts going. Please like and subscribe. Please share this with your friends. Please, please, please send this to somebody who you know would benefit from this, because we're talking about how being an entrepreneur really sucks. We're talking about the dark side of being an entrepreneur, okay? And I've been an entrepreneur since I was 12. Braiding hair, babysitting people's kids, cleaning people's houses, becoming a caretaker at 13. I had all kinds of jobs. All kinds of jobs. When did I start YouTube? I think I started my YouTube back in 2015. I don't remember. But I just started going live last year because I was like, you know what? I need to go live because I was really going live a lot on Facebook. I was doing a lot on Facebook, and I started Facebook groups. And then I was like, you know what? I really need to go live on my other platforms. What is your name? Latasha Jimerson. LATASHA JIMERSON. And you can Google me. So real quick introduction. For those of y'all that don't know me, thank you for asking for my name. My name is Latasha L.T. Jimerson. I'm an author, teacher, book coach, and motivational speaker. I'm also a retreat host for women over 50 who want to travel the world and write books along the way. I wrote my first book in 2017. So I've been publishing for 8 years. And then I started helping other people write their books in 2019. And really, especially in 2020. So I've been coaching since, can't even remember. It's been years. The name of my book, the name of my first book, I've published, I think 10 books now. If you Google me, you can find all the books. But the first one is called Secrets. If you go to Amazon, you type in secrets from my closet, unveiling the past in order to heal in the future. And it's about my journey overcoming depression. Yeah, it's deep. You're welcome. My hair reminds you of grass. Okay. Thank you. So I want you to put a number 1 in the comments if you have ever thought about becoming an entrepreneur. A 1. And I want you to put a 2 in the comments if you are already an entrepreneur. 2. I am a teacher. I'm going to get into that. And if you are a 9-to-5er, I want you to put a 3. Because you're a 9-to-5er. Okay? And if you're both, I want you to put a 4. Okay? So if you've ever wanted to be an entrepreneur, put a 1. Okay? If you've ever wanted to be an entrepreneur. If you're already an entrepreneur, put a 2. Okay? If you're a 9-to-5er, put a 3. And if you're both, put a 4. Okay? So for me, for a long time, I was both. I was a 9-to-5er and also an entrepreneur. Yep. I started teaching in 2020. No, not 2020. 2001. I started teaching, and they gave me 6th grade social studies, and then I got 7th grade social studies, and then I got 8th grade social studies, and then they moved me up to high school, and I got 9th grade English. Yeah. 11th grade English, 12th grade English, social studies. I taught a bunch of electives like psychology and finance. I taught U.S. history. I taught world history. So basically, I've taught every grade from 6th grade all the way up to 12th grade. I've taught all the grades. Well, one year I taught 1st grade, and I was like, oh no, I'm not teaching elementary school. So I taught a long time, and the reason why I taught is because I had 3 girls. Hey, Ricky, what's up, Ricky? I had 3 girls, and I don't know if y'all raise kids, but they like to eat every day. And so I had to have a regular, traditional 9-to-5 job because they wanted to eat every day, all day with snacks. And they had a lot of stuff that they were doing, like sports. Every single one of my girls was in sports. And am I a trans? No, I'm not a trans. I'm a woman. I've been a woman my whole life. You guys with these questions. It's funny. So, anyways, why are we having this conversation? We're having this conversation because I really want you to think about this, because you see a lot of stuff on Instagram now and even on YouTube talking about 20-somethings and 30-somethings that are entrepreneurs, and they're making like millions of dollars, which is great if that's the truth, right? It's great if they actually do have a business model. But what's not great is that everybody thinks that they can do it. And everybody can do it. Bye. Thank you for being on here. Clarice, I think it's Clarice Valerio 5394. Have a great day. Thank you for chiming in. Hi. You want to say hi?
Okay.
I have Facebook here and YouTube here.
Oh yeah, what are you working on?
And there's, I'm a teacher. So I'm teaching a class.
In Spanish class?
Yeah, no. This one is about entrepreneurship.
Oh, en serio. Okay.
But I normally teach English.
Very smart lady.
Thank you.
Putting you in the vocabulary, I know that. Everybody want to be like that, but we see that. I see that. That's my
Thank you.
Keep doing what you're doing, man.
So I want you guys to think about this, because a lot of people, they watch these videos and they get really inspired by people that are like driving Lamborghinis, and there's people like doing all kinds of stuff. Like they're like flashing the money. And like, I really want you guys to understand that entrepreneurship is not all like what you think it is. It's not like how it is on TV. Like, most of the time when you are an entrepreneur, you are really, 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 really second guessing yourself all the time. Hey, Ricky, you putting something on there? Okay, cool. You sharing? Make sure you put a description of what it is so they know what it is. And let me take a picture of this. You guys have a question on here. I'm gonna take a picture of it because I'm not gonna answer the questions right now, but I'll go back into the comments and I'll answer the questions later on today. And you'll hear from me, don't worry. Okay, you'll definitely hear from me. Okay. All right. So what I'm saying is, do not believe what you see about all the entrepreneurship like it's all pretty and fun all the time, because it's not. Here's the dark side of entrepreneurship. When you are a full-time entrepreneur, everything is on you. Whether you pay your rent, whether you pay for your car note, whether you get food, whatever happens, you pay for that. Okay? Your health insurance, you pay for that. You don't have a company backing you. You don't have an organization backing you. You don't have nobody giving you money every 2 to 3 weeks. It just doesn't happen, okay? You are a service provider. You have clients that are paying you, so you're accountable to the clients, but you don't have anybody making sure that you're getting money on a consistent basis. So that's the thing that you need to think about. And if you have children, do not even try to be a full-time entrepreneur, because your kids need to eat every day. So that's why I had a teaching career for 20 years, so I could feed my children, okay? That's why I had a teaching career for 20 years, so my kids could be in sports. So my kids can have opportunities to go travel and be a part of certain activities, okay? I was a teacher for 20 years because it provided a stable income with a stable household, and my kids were there and I was present, okay? So if you are a parent, you can have a side hustle, but don't try to be a full-time entrepreneur, because it's not fair to your kids, okay? Don't do it. Don't do it. Okay? No. Okay, so there's 3 things on here that I want to share with you. There's 3 reasons. Hey, Larry, what's up? There's 3 reasons why being an entrepreneur sucks a lot. So the first thing is 85% of the population in the U.S., they are 9-to-5 workers. Peace and blessings. Yep. 85% of the population are 9-to-5 workers. So a 9-to-5 worker does not relate to an entrepreneur. They have a whole different mindset. They don't understand. It's like speaking a different language. Like, I'm here in Puerto Rico, they speak Spanish. I speak Spanish, but not all the way. I'm not completely fluent. So there's some things that get lost in the translation. And that's what happens when you're a full-time entrepreneur and you're trying to have a conversation with a 9-to-5er. It just doesn't click. It just don't make sense. Okay? And I'll give you some examples in a minute. Number 2, the second reason why it can really suck for you is because those 9-to-5ers are going to criticize you. They're going to pressure you. They're going to say things to you that are rude and disrespectful. They're going to gossip about you because they just don't understand what you're doing. And the fact that you're doing something different than them makes them feel uncomfortable. It makes them feel small. The fact that you're actually trying to like live out your purpose and your dream, that is a threat to people who have suppressed their dream and told themselves that I can't dream until the kids get big. I can't dream until I pay all these bills. I can't dream until whatever, I turn 65 and I retire. Those are all lies, okay? That's number 2. Number 3, your income will be up and down. There's ebbs and flows. There's economic recessions. There's a scarcity mindset. There's some times where money is flowing free. There's other time where people are fearful and they're holding on to their money and they're putting it inside of the mattress. okay? And there's some times where it feels like we're going back to the Great Depression when people are just trying to pull all their money out of the bank and just save it, right? Just look at it. And then there's sometimes where, you know, people are thinking to themselves, oh, there's going to be a storm, so I need to go rush to the supermarket and get a whole bunch of toilet paper because I don't never know when I'm going to get back out to get some more toilet paper. Like, yeah, you need to think and plan and strategize, but don't be wild with it, right? So those are just a couple of reasons why being an entrepreneur can suck, because you wake up every morning and you're like, wait, I don't have a schedule. I don't have nobody telling me what to do, where to go. Like it could be like, whoa, like it's a shock. But then when you create a schedule and you become structured and you do have a flow, you still wake up in the morning and you're like, wait, am I doing the right thing? Is this really, should I go get a job? Like that's always in your mind. Then you'll get a phone call right after you have that thought. You'll get a phone call from somebody in your family that's a 9-to-5er, and they will ask you something that just questions your whole life. They ask you about the meaning of your life. They will ask you something really wild, and once again, it'll have you thinking like, did I make the right decision? And there's nothing worse than sitting in front of a computer trying to focus on your business and your mind is scattered and you're overthinking and you're questioning and you're just nervous. There's nothing worse than that. So that's why if you're thinking about becoming an entrepreneur, you're going to have to get real tight on your boundaries. You're going to have to get real tight on your communication skills. You're going to have to get real tight on your sales and marketing skills. You're going to have to get real tight on your customer service. And you're going to have to stop giving a damn about what other people think. Because the decisions that you make are ultimately going to affect you and your family. You and your clients. You have to be okay with taking risks and dealing with the consequences and ignoring other people's comments. Okay? That's one of the main dark sides of becoming an entrepreneur. Somebody always has an opinion and they don't know what they're talking about. Brene Brown, I like Brene Brown. She's an author and speaker. And Brene Brown has this quote, and I'm going to ruin it because I always do. And she says something about, don't listen to people unless they're in the arena. And then she takes it a step further. She says they don't really know what they're talking about unless they're in the arena getting their ass kicked like you, right? So don't ask people for advice if they're not where you want to be. If you want to be an entrepreneur, you need to talk to entrepreneurs and ask entrepreneurs what their life is like, especially if they're successful. You want to be a 9-to-5er, be a 9-to-5er. Hang out with 9-to-5ers and just follow their instructions for whatever you want to do, okay? You want to be a nurse, you want to be a doctor, you want to be a pilot, engineer, teacher, whatever you want to be, do it. But make sure you have a mentor that is doing what you want to do and is doing it at a high level and is successful and happy, okay? All right, so I told you about the dark side. So why are there still people that still want to be entrepreneurs? Number one, because they want to learn how to sell. In order to be a successful entrepreneur, you have to know how to sell. Sales is the number one skill in the world. It's the highest paid skill in the world, and it's the most transferable skill in the world. So learn it. Even if you're not an entrepreneur, learn sales. Number two, freedom, flexibility. So when you are an entrepreneur, you can leave a toxic work environment and still be able to sustain yourself, okay? You can take days off and not have to worry about being punished. You can get away from that boss that's just a crazy person, just picks on you for no reason, okay? You can move and travel. You can be a digital nomad like me and work from your laptop, okay? Remote. There's a lot of freedom and flexibility. There's a lot of independence. You can do a lot of solo travel, which for me, I'm just discovering it. Amazing. You ain't got to ask nobody no questions for nothing. You just get up and go. Just get up and go. You done eating? Get up and go. You done sleeping? Get up and go. You done reading the book? Just get up and go. I love it. And then the last one is legacy. Okay. Entrepreneurs are literally breaking generational curses, and they're leaving a legacy. Okay. They are showing the younger generation that you can be anything that you want to be, and you can live your dream, and you don't have to wait until you're 65 to do it. Okay. And you can have a 9 to 5 and a side hustle. While I was teaching for 20 years, I had multiple side hustles because I knew one day I was going to let go of that 9 to 5 and just have a full-time business, which is what I have now. So that's it. If you need support, if you need coaching around anything that I said, send me a direct message. I have a whole coaching program. We meet every Monday night at 5, okay? And I teach these kinds of principles to my clients. And we learn and we grow and we progress and we network. And this is